Ugh. Hey guys, it's Goji here. Welcome back to a brand new video. Now, before we get into this, I look. Yes, I know I look pretty tired. Yeah, mm, I'm not really feeling. I'm not really feeling happy today, honestly. Well, for many reasons. Before we get into this, uh, I would just like to say thank you so much for all the support you've been giving this channel for like how many years was it? For at least 3 years or so. It really does mean a lot to me. It really has been meaning a lot. At first in like 2014, we started off with at least 0 subscribers all the way to like 119. But honestly, is it really worth it? No, I don't think so. I don't think YouTube's actually the career path for me. Today, I'm going to be giving you my goodbyes, everyone. I will be so before I get into this, I want to give you my background story. My name's not Goji. My name is Kyle Parker Pergaric. I am 14, turning 15 on November 8th, and I'm currently a freshman in high school. Just recently I've joined, so it's a lot more stressful nowadays. But and I'm also a Midwesterner. If you've never checked my tweets before, I deleted them. Don't ask why. I don't want to get into it. Yeah, I'm pretty much basically. But like, if you didn't read them, I'm from Michigan. So I'm not gonna tell you my exact location because that'd be pretty creepy. And honestly, I don't even trust. And since being the whole clown situation that's been going on, I don't trust anything at this point. And yeah, so today I will be doing. This is my last video I will be doing. But before I leave you guys, I will be finishing off with some more backstory. There are some things I haven't really been telling you guys. A lot of things. And my gosh, it's been so hard trying to hide it. Basically, I was born November 8th, 2001. Until I didn't even know it, but until I was in 6th grade, I learned that I had autism spectrum disorder. When I first heard about it, I was very shocked indeed. It was horrible, really tough times. When I was in 5th grade, I got depressed after the loss of my cat Darla, which I wish I would have the picture with me, but I'd rather not pick it up. It's a long story. In 6th grade, I wasn't doing very well, honestly. And that was at the same year when I first actually created my YouTube channel. How I discovered YouTube, actually, that was when I first got my iPod Touch 4th generation. Yes, I know, pretty outdated. In 2012, almost at Christmas, or maybe it was November. When I got it, I didn't even know anything about YouTube at the time. So my sister was the one that always helped me with all of it. Pretty much showed me like how to do how to use the iPod. And I didn't even know that the whole YouTube thing was an actual legitimate website. It really took me that long. Only like a year later. And then 2012, that same year, that was when I discovered Minecraft. I didn't even get it until a year later because of a bunch of other stuff. But then after that school year ended, which was when I was in 4th grade, I was doing pretty good. Up until close to August, we learned that my cat had feline leukemia. It's a really tough time for me, but when I heard about this, I went insane. Not in a good way, but really bad. I start I started having severe tantrums. I started rejecting everything. I gave up all my happiness. The only way I could actually help myself get over everything was just staying up late until I fell asleep. But as it turns out, it didn't even work. I was still, but that later on August 1st of 2012, we had to put the cat down. I've never even been this sad ever since, ever since 5th grade or so. But yeah, after that cat was gone, I had severe tantrums. My mom and dad took me to my friend's house so that way I wouldn't see my cat. You know, I was crying for hours and hours upon it without end. And it was possibly the worst time of my life. And then another year later, 5th grade, my personality started to change. I started to reject everything. I started to reject humanity, myself, and a bunch of other crazy things. And these are things that my mom and dad don't not, or even my family even know about. And the year passed in 6th grade. It started getting worse. I started hating everything. I rejected people. I registered people as really unintelligent and many other things. But then later in 6th grade, but then later that year, like I said before, I learned that I had ASD, or autism spectrum disorder. And my gosh, I've had it for so long and I didn't even realize it. My mom and dad and family already knew that, but I myself never even knew that I had autism in the first place. But now I do. That's just great. But pretty much, I was unable to even be happy about anything. Nothing ever made me happy. I was severely depressed for years, and I still am. And now the only method of doing it is just being antisocial. But when I joined YouTube, before I joined YouTube in middle school or sixth grade, I had new friends though. The upside was having new friends and stuff like Augie725, or also known as Gaming Geek Raptor, Big Nose the Beautiful, Wadis55, or what he used to call himself, Meatwagon, before. So many friends. And the one that really stuck out from everyone else was Rad Dudesman. He wasn't in the same grade as I was though. I've known him since I've moved to the city where I am, which I will not display. And my God, he literally helped me through everything. He was like a brother to me, honestly. He was probably he had a strange personality, but he was probably one of the most I'm so bad at this. Charismatic, odd, and most interesting persons I've ever met. Specimens I've ever met. He's already in 8th grade now though. I don't do as much videos with him nowadays. In seventh grade, I started like going kind of crazy. I got suspended from school I almost started I even went like kind of crazy, and I had my anger issues got worse and worse every day. And then I st and then I started to accept the fact that I was in this world, that I was here. I tried. I've tried so hard to be happy and as relatable as everyone, but all this time I've been ignored. It's really tough. Yeah. Even it went on until 8th grade. I was still ignored by most of my new friends. Trevor, wait, Trevswy, Augie, Wadis, Champion Kyle, I Plays or I Chickens, Sir Jimmy Potato, everyone. All these people were like all my friends in which we went to the same school as I did. We still do, while Radstone himself is a year behind us. And yeah, I was still very depressed at that time. In 8th grade, I was in 7th grade. I was trying to get rid of everything. I tried getting rid of my past memories, so that way I wouldn't have to keep reliving them over and over. No, it wasn't suicide or anything. I was basically staying inside, isolating myself from the world and everything, and every single person. But now, but then later in 8th grade, but then 8th grade came along. Started getting into my really creepy and insane phase. No, it's nothing too serious, but it's kind of creepy. Basically, I started becoming obsessed with the band Slipknot and how their masks were designed, and like I was starting to become obsessed with drawing sadistic and morbid looking masks inspired by that. I don't even know if I still have them, to be exact. I kept hiding them from my teachers and other students, so that way they wouldn't know about or even question me about this. But I still like Slipknot though, but I don't draw the pictures. I was antisocial for a while, but yes, I'm not going in in chronological order, but until like in 6th grade, my mom and dad put me up with a social worker who basically who was actually awesome. She was fantastic. She was nice. She helped me with everything. She helped me with like finding certain ways on improving my social skills. Everything. It was perfect. While I myself wasn't a big fan of like going because of homework and stuff, it was honestly worth it. I'm still pretty antisocial today, but that's just because I'm busy with Destiny. I mean, let's be real, I can't even function anymore. But yeah, I was with that social. I was going into the same building to visit the social worker for at least 2 years up until the end of the summer, I believe, of 8th grade for 8th grade, and I was pretty much done. I was able to, but I still wasn't really feeling right. I still was very antisocial until when I did when I finally did the raid in Destiny King's Fall. I was playing with a bunch of people that I've never even met. It may sound kind of creepy. It may sound odd, but these people became my friends as well. They were funny. They always were supportive of me, and they were overall just fantastic people. And not only that, when I kept doing that over and over, I learned about this one, the key to make it. The key is never giving up. And I know I have horrible lighting. But basically, I wasn't even so. But what doing the raid, challenge of the elders, trials of Osiris, wrath of the machine did was help me be more comfortable with people that I'd never even met. That was my biggest issue for a while. I wasn't really comfortable with being around a lot of people, so I had to stay inside. I stayed inside almost all the time. I still do, but nowadays, but not too often, because I usually like to talk to my friends. But the unfortunate thing is, they're not in the same classes as I am. Yeah, that was a tough video, but yeah, I think that was pretty much about it. Basically, this little video was just like a miniature draw my life without a pen. I know I'm copying Sky's Minecraft, but I don't even care at this point. I'm pretty much leaving YouTube, and I'm sorry if this video wasted your time. If you didn't, please show some support down in the description below. It really means a lot. It really has been meaning a lot to me. And you guys have been so supportive for all these 3 years I've been on this channel. You helped me motivate myself into doing YouTube videos. You made me who I am today. And that's why I thank you guys. My voice is dying, sorry, but I know that sounded a little bit cliche, but it's serious. I'm really happy about what you guys have done for me on the internet. Help me through tough times and everything. And now these things are going to be gone. But keep in mind though, I won't actually delete my channel. Like, I will leave, but I will only keep the channel up for anyone that ever wants to rewatch or at least rewatch my videos. And if so, please get this message out to anyone that is like me. Let them know that anyone that is antisocial like me, there are big opportunities out there. Like for example, just being successful in school. That's like one of the most important things ever. Being active with your friends, which I still need to work on actually. The key is to make it. The key is never give up. But with me, when it comes to YouTube, I've given up. But the only thing I've never given up was retaining the fact that I've not retaining my social skills and everything. You guys, but that was pretty much it. Thank you guys for watching. If you thought this was a very informational YouTube video or YouTube finale thing or whatever, please smash that like button. Please do. Comment down below on please comment down below on what your favorite moment was back on this channel. Like anything crazy at all. Like what your favorite part about being here was. My favorite part was when I still played Minecraft, Team Fortress 2, and a bunch of PC games with my friends when my computer was still working right. If I had a better computer today, I would have still made Team Fortress 2 and Minecraft videos. But nowadays, that's not gonna happen. Well, it's the end. Well, this is actually depressing. Goodbye, guys. It's been goodbye, G fans. Goodbye, Enderman. Goodbye, Enderman Army. Goodbye, all of you fans, for being such wonderful people. Stay big, all right? And don't let it, and never give up. Peace.